Everyone, I'm getting ready to take a load to the Nursery, and this is a great time to make a video or have a chat about fall gardening in the South, because now is our gardening time. Okay, I'm here at the Nursery, and remember how I told you on the shade garden tour that my viburnum got the most beautiful berries? Here they are. Isn't that incredible? I love how they go, like they go up. They're not like hanging down. Isn't that so pretty? So they still have three of these plants here. So come and get them. A great fall addition to a butterfly garden is aquatic milkweed, Asclepias perennis. It will sustain the monarch butterflies that are staying year-round in our southern locations, and it doesn't have a period of dormancy like the Asclepias incarnata swamp milkweed. And look at how beautiful they are. Very, very much blooming now. Oh my gosh, I might add a few of these to my cart. Oh my gosh, look at this cardinal flower. Look at this. This is what I was just talking about planting for the sulfur butterflies, because fall is the time that they're going to be hanging out in our southern locations, cloudless sulfur. And so another reason why fall gardening is the key time to get things planted. I'm going to get one of these. I'm not going to take, this is what I do. I don't take the gorgeous bloomer because I want to leave those here to sell the plant to other people. But this one here is about to bloom. So I'm going to take it because honestly, y'all, I don't have one of these. And I was just talking about the cardinal flower in my last video. So, yep, we got to get one. And look, here we have some firebush. Firebush for fall adds a great fall color to those of you who have moved to the South and are missing your fall color. I always think of it as an autumn-ish kind of plant because, especially the Florida native, there's a lot of reddish hue to the leaves, and then the orange flower blooms. Great plant, great to get it now and get it in the ground in the fall, so that way it's a showcase plant come spring. I bought a few plants new. I'm so excited. One of the plants I picked up at the Nursery is this little strong bark, and it's an absolutely adorable plant. It gets these little white flowers. So cute. And it also gets these tiny little orange fruits. It's like a miniature orange tree. You can see some of them forming here. They're tiny, but the birds will eat them. And what's fabulous about this plant is it attracts hummingbirds. It attracts pollinators. It attracts butterflies, including zebra longwing, sulfur, skippers, and it also attracts sphinx moths. So we're going to get this little darling in the ground, and it is a shrub. It's an evergreen, and it will get up to 7 feet tall, 4 to 5 feet wide, and I have the perfect spot for it in my garden. When I moved out the maypop, I had described that I wanted something just like this to go right here, and I can't think of anything more perfect than something that is such a huge butterfly attractor. With the pretty little white flowers is going to be the backdrop to my red pentas garden. It's just perfect. I'm going to take out this border grasses right here, and I know exactly where I'm going to put it. And then we'll get this sweet, adorable little plant in my garden. Look at those giant clumps of border grass. That's fabulous. I can break those clumps up and get maybe 5 separate border grass pieces out of those 2 right there. I'm gonna put them over along the front of my swamp milkweed garden, but that'll be coming in a later video. Now I'm gonna get the hole dug, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited to add this little beauty to my garden. And there we have it in the ground. Now I know it's hidden away behind everything for right now, but it will get taller and it's shapeable, so I can keep its cute little round shape. It'll have the tall stem or trunk, and then the little round shape with those little white flowers and the little tiny oranges with butterflies flocking to it and hummingbirds and a sphinx moth. This is a plant you can't go wrong with. I got this one at the Nursery. The Nursery did not have very many of them, so if you want to add one of these to your native plant collection in Central Florida, get yourself to the Nursery because this one's a keeper. I'm excited to have this new addition. This is the cardinal flower that you saw me picking up at the Nursery. And it's a few days later now than when I was looking at this. Remember, it wasn't blooming yet, but now it is. So in researching this plant, it likes to grow along streams and creeks, and it really likes moist soil. So I'm going to put it in my wetland garden. I'm going to put it in the wetland garden on this side. It's got a lot of snow square stem in it that just came up here, but I'm leaving it. And oh, hello, little Golfrida Larry. This is where my scarlet hibiscus is, and there's actually aquatic milkweed in here also. I've cleared a space for it. I like using this little shovel that I bought from Amazon earlier this year because it's really narrow and I can get a nice hole dug but not disturb the plant that I want to keep growing around it. The cardinal flower blooms July to mid to late September. It's about a 6-week bloomer, and it is loved by hummingbirds and also butterflies, particularly swallowtails. You know they love red. And I think it's going to be a beautiful addition to this section of my garden, especially when my snow square stem starts blooming. I keep cutting it back. If you keep cutting it back, it really bushes out, which I love, but it will flower. Here's a flower over here, hang on. And it's really cool because when the buds first come out, it's got like this pinkish kind of hue, and then you end up with this beautiful, beautiful flower. Now look, I'm gonna pull this one down because it's long. Look how pretty those will be together. The red's gonna pull out the pinkish hue in the middle. Gorgeous, gorgeous combination. And of course, my little aquatic milkweed right here too, with that little pop of white with the red. Beautiful. The cardinal flower will go to seed in the fall. It's got tiny seeds, but they're supposedly relatively easy to grow, so maybe I'll try growing some. And it does have a period of dormancy for the main stalk, but the basal leaves below will remain visible throughout the year. The third plant that I picked up from the Nursery is the fiddlewood. That one, I'm not sure where I want to put it yet in my garden. But let's go check it out. This is the fiddlewood. It is the larval host for the fiddlewood leaf roller moth. Super cool. It creates berries that birds love, and bees and butterflies love the nectar. I can show you, there's some blooms over here. Look at how pretty those are. They actually remind me of the flowers of the first plant I planted, don't they? They're very similar. So the cool thing about this plant is it's a shrub, and you can apparently shape it into a tree, which I love doing. I did that with my wild lime, and I might try doing that with this. It will take full sun to part shade. It is evergreen. I love that. It blooms and produces fruit throughout the year. Love that. And I'm not sure where I want to plant it in my garden. I might try doing it in a pot because I'm kind of full in my garden right now. Not a whole lot of space. So I don't know, guys. And then I can move it around, and then maybe one day it'll find its forever home in the ground. But I think for now, it's going to go in a pot. And I want to go to Lowe's and pick up one of these pretty pots that I have my sweet bay magnolia and my red bay planted in, because look at my fire spike. My coral fire spike has grown all through here. It's not in the soil. Well, actually, is that one? No, that's a tropical sage. But these two trees are doing very well in these tall pots, so I love using them for potting trees. So I'll probably grab another one of those from Lowe's and pot that fiddlewood in it. I think it's going to be beautiful to add to my garden. I love that it doesn't have a period of dormancy. I love how the leaves are shiny. It's going to add some cool contrast and visual interest. And it's going to be a great native plant addition to my backyard butterfly garden. Now let's take a walk through the garden and see who's hanging out with us. My members only video went up yesterday, and they got to see these guys, and they're like twice the size today as they were when I filmed the members only video, which was literally 2 days ago. So that's incredible. This is Polydamas swallowtail caterpillar on my woolly Dutchman's pipe vine on the trellis, the obelisk trellis that we installed a few videos ago. And there are also more eggs. Yep. Oh, look, here's another one. Oh, this one looks smaller. Oh, look how cute. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay. Moving on. Here's a gorgeous dahlia flowered zinnia. Look how pretty it is beside the porterweed. Love it. And I'm so happy to report there's a monarch flying around right now. I have not had a monarch butterfly in my garden for several days, and I'm just not quite used to that. I'm sure it's because I'm not raising them that I'm seeing less of them, but I have a few ideas about that too. I'll share with you in a minute. It's fluttering around, and I'm hoping it's going to land. I think it's a female. It's over there in my swamp milkweed. Yep, it is. It's laying eggs. She's laying eggs. So that's great because where'd she go? I hope you can see her. I can't tell in the screen if you can see her or not. But hopefully she's laying eggs now. Oh my gosh, I have so many things I want to tell you. Okay. My swamp milkweed's looking horrible because this is the season of the milkweed bugs, and they do their little mating thing and lay their eggs, and then their babies go and just literally suck the life out of the milkweed leaves. So if your milkweed leaves, your swamp milkweed leaves are looking like this, that's probably why. But that's done now. I don't see them anymore. So this should grow back in nicely. I am hoping, because we still have a couple of warm months left in us here in Florida before they should be ready to go into their period of dormancy. But it is looking pretty scrappy right now. There you can see is the egg she just laid. The other thing I wanted to say about the monarchs, and that I'm seeing fewer of them, and I think it's because I'm not raising and releasing them, is they're not on patrol all the time in my garden, and I'm seeing a lot more variety of other butterflies. And I think it's because those pesky male monarchs aren't swooping in, shooing everybody off, trying to claim this as their territory. And I gotta admit, I'm kind of enjoying it because I notice that the other butterflies don't really do that. And they just kind of all live in peace and leave each other alone for the most part. So I'm loving that. There's a lot of butterflies flying around right now. There's multiple sulfurs. There's zebra longwings, Gulf fritillaries. So, okay, let's continue. Let's continue looking through the garden. And you see the breezes picking up. That's because we have a hurricane coming. I don't want to talk about it. You know, if you don't talk about it, it's not real, right? We really do have a hurricane coming, and it's going up towards Tallahassee last I looked, and I'm more down in the center of the state between Tampa and Orlando. But where we are we're going to get hit with those outer bands, and that's where like fun things, like not fun, I'm being sarcastic, tornadoes and those strong celled thunderstorms are out there in those outer bands, and they're heading to us now. Like these winds that you're seeing are from Helena, and it's coming, and I can't believe it. I can't even believe that we're having another one of these things coming our way. Here's a beautiful Gulf fritillary on the porterweed. The privet senna is so pretty in combination with the porterweed. I've had these together for years just because I love how they look together. Where'd you go, little Gulf fritillary? Oh, look, here's a sulfur sporadically flying willy-nilly. This privet senna has lots of sulfur caterpillars on it. I'm gonna see if I can, here's one up here. Oh my gosh, so there's a bunch right here. This one hasn't got its stripes yet. It's a young one. There's another one right there. There's a bigger one right there. Oh my gosh, they're all over. Look. Yay. Oh, here's a little baby. Yay, you go, sulfur butterflies. if you hadn't seen my video yet on the cloudless sulfur and their migration and what you can do to help them, you should go check that one out because they do migrate to Florida and it's really cool. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Susan, and I have turned my entire backyard into a butterfly garden. It's a habitat for every kind of butterfly I can attract that's native to my area. And I live in Central Florida. I am in gardening zone 10A. And it's a fabulous thing to come out here every day, and there's just butterflies everywhere. But we also have hurricanes, so there's that. So I'm gonna be heading in soon to edit this video and get it uploaded, and you will be watching this tomorrow night, Thursday night, which I'm not exactly sure the time frame of the hurricane, but it'll be somewhere nearby when you're watching this video. And so the next video, you'll get to find out how he did, and hopefully we'll do just fine, and all these butterflies will be just fine. They go roost in the trees. They know how to survive this kind of thing. And thank you for watching. Tap the like button. Join my membership. I've been a lot better about posting member videos more regularly. So if you want more of my garden and the butterflies and the caterpillars for just $4.99 a month, you too can be a channel member, and you get super cool emojis to use in your comments, and you get a little emoji beside your name everywhere you post on my channel. And I will see you in my next video, and hopefully my garden will look just like it does now.